So
Okay.
it's not a big difference, but it's something.
Let me ask you a question. Are there currently any wrestlers out there who sort of like make themselves out to be like fashion plates?
Not really. A couple of divas are like that.
Yeah, okay.
And on the TNA side, a couple of knockouts.
Okay.
The most recent one with WWE would probably be John Morrison, but he was fired a couple of months ago.
What did he do?
He basically wore a great big alpaca fur coat,
Okay.
and he did a whole lot of flips and stuff, and he looked like Jim Morrison.
Okay.
He came out to the ring, and there was somehow a fan there to blow his hair, and then he'd move in slow motion, and then he'd go to the ring and flippy dippy do, and then he'd probably win.
Okay.
Last year's Royal Rumble, actually, he had one of the highlights of the Royal Rumble.
Right on.
He got tossed out of the ring,
Okay.
but he landed on the ringside barricade.
Right, so then he's still technically in.
Yes.
Okay.
So he just scrambled along that and then hopped back into the ring.
Okay. That's right. Yeah, to get tossed out, you have to be literally tossed out and land on the floor.
Yes, both feet had to touch the ground.
Yeah, that's right.
There have been a number of technicalities surrounding that particular rule.
Why are we not surprised?
Yes. Starting with Shawn Michaels, I think. He was holding onto the top rope and only one of his feet touched the floor, and then he crawled back in and eliminated the British Bulldog.
Yeah, that's right.
1992, I think, or 1990, somewhere around there.
Probably is the British Bulldog still around?
No, he died died several years ago too.
Well, that shows you how overseas, unfortunately, you don't get. You get some information, but not really that much. Where I'm living too, you might be able to see wrestling if you're lucky. Maybe local time, maybe between midnight and 3 in the morning, if you're lucky.
Well, that's what this 2 hours is going to be for you. A little bit of a catch-up between SummerSlam of 2008 and now.
I really appreciate it.
As only I can do. That is to say, it will be full of holes, probably.
I just hope your listeners won't want to throw tomatoes or watermelons.
Okay, so the next match we have here from SummerSlam was Montel Ventavious Porter versus Jeff Hardy, just a regular singles match. Montel Ventavious Porter, of course, MVP.
Yeah.
I don't know if you remember him or not.
The name rings a bell.
He was the black guy with the cornrows and the Power Rangers costume, kind of.
Yes, okay.
He's now wrestling in Japan, apparently, and doing very well for himself.
I hear in Japan, the wrestling is even more intense.
Yes. The thing is, a former WWE or TNA or whatever wrestler can go to Japan, work half as much, and get paid the same amount.
Wow.
The only thing is, of course, they don't speak Japanese for the most part, so...
That's true. Well, I remember way back the Legion of Doom went over to Japan and they won a major championship.
Yeah?
Over there, and then they came back. They apparently beat the local favorites who were tag team champions.
Yeah.
But again, this is maybe 20 years ago, so...
Yeah. Team 3D, formerly known as the Dudley Boys, did that a couple of years ago, too.
Okay.
They won the IWGP tag team title, I think.
Okay.
And then brought it back to TNA.
Wow.
So they were the TNA tag team champions and the IWGP tag team champions at the same time.
Wow. Is there still a lot of crossover going on?
Somewhat, yeah. TNA does go overseas a bit more than WWE does.
Right.
And a couple of times they've had what they call the World Cup.
Okay.
Well, the World X Cup, actually, I think is what they call it, for the X Division. Basically, they're cruiserweights.
Okay.
So they had these X Division wrestlers from Mexico and Japan and, all over the world come over and wrestle and...
Oh, I wish I could have seen that. That would have been wicked. I would have loved to have seen that.
Yeah, that was a fine show. So, Montel Ventavious Porter is wrestling in Japan, and Jeff Hardy is not.
Ah, okay.
Yes. He's chasing his demons, as they say in wrestling terms.
Okay. That doesn't sound too promising.
No. He is currently with TNA, which is now known as Impact Wrestling, by the way. They've changed their name and their color scheme and everything, because apparently they needed it. So Jeff Hardy is in the main event picture of Impact Wrestling.
Okay. I'd definitely love to see it. Again, the problem is where to see it.
Yeah. lots of places to see it illegally online, but, it's sort of... to me, it actually almost defeats the purpose.
Yeah.
To watch it by yourself.
No.
It's not even necessarily the illegal part, it's the by myself part. I don't like watching wrestling by myself if I don't have to.
No, I completely agree with you, actually. I had more fun when we went to the mall and we saw it there, and it was great because the reaction of the people around you also fires you up as well. And sure, any good theatrical piece or any good wrestling
or any sport, really,
any sport will fire you up or get you involved in some way, shape, or form. If it don't get you involved, well, then it's not doing its job.
Yeah,
right?
You'll get more out of watching the absolute worst wrestling ever with a bunch of people than watching the absolute best wrestling ever by yourself.
Well, by yourself, who are you going to interact with?
Yes.
Right? It's
if you're watching the absolute worst wrestling, you can all make fun of it together.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that reminds me. Actually, yeah. I think actually there were one or two matches we did sort of...
Make fun of?
Yeah.
Yes. I'm sure there were. And I'm sure this next one was one of them. Intergender tag team match for the Intercontinental title and the women's title. The Intercontinental champion Kofi Kingston and the women's champion Mickie James took on Santino Marella and the Glamazon Beth Phoenix. Now, we made fun of it in a good way because it was entertaining.
That's true, it was.
Because Santino Marella is a very entertaining guy and Kofi Kingston likes to do lots of flips. And Mickie James and Beth Phoenix were dressed as Mickie James and Beth Phoenix. So that was reason enough to enjoy them right there.
What would it be without a bit of entertainment?
Yes. It would be unentertaining.
That's putting it mildly.
Yes. All right, so let's take a quick little musical break here while we think of other things to talk about. Something else that MVP is doing, actually, is he actually has... I don't know if he has a full record out, but he has a song released.
Right on.
Yes. So if you thought we were acting white before, just see how white we're going to be acting now. This is MVP and Dwayne Sweezy with Holla to the World on 93.5 CHBR FM.
Another day, another dollar as I holler to the world. I love the way I'm living, love the Gucci, love the girls, love the parties and the clubs, love the models and hot tubs, love the German engineering set on deep dish dubs. Another tour around the world, entertaining the fans. I love walking through the airport, taking pictures, shaking hands. Every day from me's an oyster, crack it open, find a pearl. I love the way I'm living, is what I holler to the world. Wake up in my bed and I'm feeling kinda stuck from this Tempur-Pedic mattress. I don't wanna get up. Roll out of bed, plant my feet on the floor. There's a girl wrapped in my sheets, don't know her name anymore. Hit the shower, scrub myself fresh and clean. Get dressed in fresh Adidas and some Preston Diesel jeans. Pull on a white V-neck with a horse and rider. Go back to the girl in my bed and sit beside her. Hey pretty girl, I hate to wake you from your slumber, but it's time to go, so leave your name and number. I walk her to her car and kick my gate open. She says, and in her eyes I see she's hoping that she'll get back to this palace that I live in. I'm sure she will, I dig the sex that she was given. Now I'm gonna call you for real, I promise. Another day, another dollar as I holler to the world. I love the way I'm living, love the Gucci, love the girls, love the parties and the clubs, love the models and hot tubs, love the German engineering set on deep dish dubs. Another tour around the world, entertaining the fans. I love walking through the airport, taking pictures, shaking hands. Every day for me's an oyster, crack it open, find a pearl. I love the way I'm living, is what I holler to the world.
Another day, another dollar, and this 9-6 Impala, young executive, making decisions without a collar. My currency's increasing, certainly we not leasing. Got a knack for spitting fire that keeps my wrist freezing. When I see a shooting star, just can't help but smile. A superstar like my Adidas compliments my style. In St. Croix back at home, H-Town chillin', swimming in this pool of sharks just for money and the women. And everybody always wants to know the answer to it, and I'm just trying to make it, baby, that's just how I do it. I got a newfound respect for this game. Back hustling hard, the #1 spot in my aim when I'm on top of it. You can play this back and call it prophecy. Back up in this stove, and I don't plan to stop for If you wanna be a part of Dwayne's world, cut the switch or get the fella, then holla at me, girl, come on.
Another day, another dollar as I holler to the world. I love the way I'm living, love the Louis, love the girls, love the parties and the clubs, love the models and hot tubs, love the German engineering set on triple chrome dubs. Another tour around the world, entertaining the fans. I love walking through the airport, taking pictures, shaking hands. Every day for me's an oyster, crack it open, find a pearl. I love the way I'm Memphis, what I holler to the world. I ain't gotta lie about the places that I've been. Check the facts, Florida State, DLC gave them 10. You don't wanna see some of the places that I've been to. I talk about accomplishments, you still talking thin too. You standing there gawking, maybe even stalking. Cat got your tongue, you incapable of talking. Starstruck or stargazing, seems I'm always phasing. People blown away by my presence, I'm so brazen. I'm used to the brazen, fans love my phrasing. Mr. Primetime TV, half man, half amazing. Burning up the charts, what the hell that I'm raising. I can think of other things I'd rather be blazing. Caught in Times Square, make way, let me through. Whoopi and Sherry wanna hang out on the view. Barbara asked me questions about Sherry, but I'm ducking her. Elizabeth Hasselbeck's dream about me. Yeah, you win gold top 20s where you beat, but I go live in front of 5 million people every week. 45 million more if you count the rest of the planet. But I'll explain that to you after you increase your global awareness. Day another dollar as I holler to the world. I love the way I'm living, love the Louis, love the girls, love the parties and the clubs, love the models and hot tubs, love the German engineering set on triple chrome dubs. Another tour around the world, entertaining the fans. I love walking through the airport, taking pictures, shaking hands. Every day for me's an oyster, crack it open, find a pearl. I love the way I'm Memphis, what I holler to the world.
You are so funky. I just can't get enough. Flash your bag, the way you love your ladies. You make them all feel bad. Oh, baby. Oh, flash, get back. You got other ladies waiting. And I'm standing first in line. Yeah. Flash, it's time to bring your limo around. You're my chauffeur. Flash, I'll show you how to boogie down. Boogie down. Yeah. Can't get enough. Can't get enough. Can't get enough. Funk, you forget. I'm your funky side. Funk, yeah. Can't get enough. Can't get enough. Flash, funk, you forget. Flash, you got the moves that make me crazy. Yeah. When you walk in that way. Flash, you know that I would be your one and only baby. Yeah. Just be looking my way. I'll be there for you. Flash, it's time to bring your limo around. Bring it on round, yeah. Flash, I'll show you love. Can't get enough, can't get enough. Flash, funk, you forget. Flash, yeah, can't get enough, can't get enough. Flash, funk, you forget. Yeah. Flash, it's time to bring your limo around. Hey, Flash, I'll show you how to boogie down. Can't get enough, can't get enough. Flash, funk, you forget. Flash, funk, can't get enough, can't get enough. Flash, funk, you forget. Yeah. Flash is so bad, love the way you love me. Flash, get back. I don't want nobody else but you. Flash, yeah. I've been standing in line waiting for you. Ooh, Flash, come here, baby. Give it up, can't get enough. Don't you forget it.
That was Flash Funk. Can't get enough. From WWF The Music Volume 2.